Kabam have to do the right thing and extend the Summer of Pain event until after the game engine is fixed, and of course we get our compensation that we could probably use to complete the Summer of Pain event, which currently is broken. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is your friendly neighborhood summoner Maladar. And yes, I have not changed my mind about the Summer of Pain event. I still think it deserves an F. That's the grade for the event. And it's because the game engine is broken. The AI is broken. Everything is broken. Dexterity is broken. Parry is broken. Just nothing seems to work, especially when you get to the Grandmaster, which if his special one doesn't clip you, even though you're dexing or dashing back, whatever you want to call it, which also affects a couple of the prompts during the phase 2 and phase 3, and there's so much going on with this fight that normally would work just fine. I've done Act 6, I know how to fight Grandmaster, okay? We're not all just blind idiots. But if you just take a look everywhere on the internet where people are talking about the game or they're talking about this event, you will see all of these issues highlighted over and over again. And I feel like to have an event of this magnitude and in a couple of days when the game is just not working fine, I think it's just crazy. Honestly, it's just crazy. So let's take a look over here. We're gonna go and look at some of these what people are saying, because in case you think, oh, just Maladar is rambling again, he doesn't know what he's talking about, he's just he's angry and all of that. But it's not just Maladar, bro. It's not just me. That's the main thread of the event. As you can see, it has 28 pages, and that's just the main official thread of the Summer of Pain event. We're not going to read all of this, obviously, but I just want to show you a highlight. This guy made a separate thread that has been deleted since, where he also talks about an extension for the event because of the lag, parry, dex issues. And look, the thread was closed within seconds. It's like Kabam are living in the upside down and they think everything is rosy and perfect, They think the game is working fine. It's not working fine. Stop deleting threads. Stop being such spineless cowards and delete threads about the glaring issues that we, the players that spend so you can have a job to delete our threads, it's just insane. How can they incredibly keep the silence, man? No answers, no news, just players who are screaming alone at night. Yes, it's true. I'm really torn over whether to go in again because it's so bad. And this is just from the main thread, okay? Look at this guy. Why I can't find the Grandmaster frame by frame. So what this guy is saying is that, with the Grandmaster, he starts doing the special one. The first part, right, doesn't do any damage because he's just moving his hands backwards and then he's doing the beam. You're only supposed to take the beam if you just stand there and the beam hits you, right? But what this guy is explaining is like when the Grandmaster, see, he's moving his hands backwards, right? See, he's already taking the damage. You see the damage taken, the 989, that's the damage right there. And then he cannot dex, right? And boom, he dies. Dexing bug, look, see? No, I was blocking. You have to dex before he sends our in position to form the beam. The beam has already formed. You can see I've already taken the damage in the first screenshot. Oh, maybe you think this is just one guy, one crazy guy, right? No, look on Reddit. Anyone else getting clipped by the Grandmaster Special 1 despite dexing? And it's just so many threads about this all over Reddit, all over the main forum where they can delete everything. Like spineless cowards is just such a good word to use for Kabam right now because it's not them. Don't get me wrong. I am not judging the community employees that are deleting the threads. I am judging the people that are ordering them to delete the threads. Okay? The people who are doing what they're told by their bosses, they're not to blame for this crap. But those bosses, those leaders, those team leaders, separate developers, right? What are you guys thinking, man? It's just so absurd, man. It's just so many threads everywhere. This is a general thread about why the game is bad right now. It's also on Reddit, and I hate going to Reddit because usually it's such a I don't want to offend anybody, but it's usually a cesspool of crazy people. But look at that, we deserve better, and this goes into into great detail about all the issues in the game at the moment, and not just with Summer of Pain, but Summer of Pain is affected by the broken game engine, by the broken AI, by all the lag and dropped inputs, and nothing seems to work in three major areas. Those major areas are Alliance War, where if you go on Twitter about Alliance War, oh my god, Jesus, man, it's just craziness, okay? People are just gave up on Alliance War for the most part. Then you have Alliance Quest, same issue. People just abandoned paths during this past week. They were like, you know what, we're not even going to finish, man. So other people were iteming out. And I'm not talking about my alliance. I'm talking about the top tier where they're playing map 7. And it's just, oh my god, it's so bad. You know, intercept isn't working properly. Backdraft intercept is still broken like 2 years later. Kabam have even gave up on giving us an update on what's going on with that. So Lizer MCOC made a post on Twitter this evening. Basically, she said, if for those of you that don't know, Lizer is a content creator. She's a member of 4Loki. She does awesome Alliance War videos. I totally recommend you guys to go check her channel out. I'll link it in the description. I mean, I have to be honest, okay? She's a much better player than I am. And look what she's saying, man. I'm just going to throw this out there in a moment of frustration. I've never been so frustrated with this game. There is no compensation that could make up for how I'm feeling. Summer of Pain finale is making the input issues more apparent than ever. Something's gotta give here. So let's just look at some of the comments, okay? I dropped a comment and I said that I'm on my third path. At the time I was on my third path, and dexterity was triggering like maybe once out of 10 times against the Grandmaster. It's not a skill issue, but the game is severely broken. And the guy is being funny, saying that they're going to send me 3 revives to fix the problem. Look, I feel the same way. I feel defeated. This E guy is saying, I've never felt less passionate about this game in 3.5 years of playing. And then she's saying that's exactly how I feel. Look, the GM fight was so fun for me in Act 6. I am seriously struggling with them because of missed inputs now. Thank you. The same issue. I mean, if such a good player is having the same issues that an average player like me is having, I mean, this speaks volume about the broken state of the game, and it's just sad to see. And you know what? Then you got people like Mr. Chunky B, who has made several comments about this broken event already. But he tweets a lot, and going through all the tweets is going to take forever. But look what he just quote retweeted Lizer. Players, speak with your wallet. Speak with your time in game. Speak with your logins. This is the only language they understand. They as in Kabam, and boy does that ring true. I mean, this is not calling for a boycott, because, we don't want to upset the big YouTubers out there that think there's no point in having a boycott because the game is great, and Kabam, they're always working on fixing the game. Remember last year? Look where we are today. If only more people would have joined the boycott last year when so many people were on board. But no, you had all these YouTubers, suddenly having amnesia from 2 weeks before the boycott started, when everybody was complaining about the game, okay? Then 2 weeks later the boycott starts, and everybody had a problem with who was doing the boycott, that there was not necessary to have a boycott because Kabam are angels now and they're working to fix the game. Well, here we are a year and a month later, and look what's going with the game. The problem is that people in this game, they're never gonna learn their lesson, okay? Number one problem, everybody's addicted to this goddamn game. Number two, majority only care about their own rewards, only care about their own fun. They don't see the bigger picture, and they're just, they just don't want to get involved in anything. And number three, when there's a group of people that are actually actively trying to make the game better, they just don't care. Nobody cares. Everybody's upset about the game being broken again, but nobody seems to care to do anything because they just can't be bothered. What Kabam need to do right away is extend the event. From my understanding, tomorrow drops the new update for the game. Hopefully that's gonna fix the AI, the drop inputs, the dexterity problems, everything like that. Then later on today, send people their compensation for the past month or so when the game has been broken. Let people use that compensation to, explore Summer of Pain, whoever wants to explore it, at least complete one path, but just give people the opportunity to play the event, because most people don't even want to play the event. They've been waiting 1 year for this delayed event. They can't even play it because the game is so broken at the moment that they can't even go in to enjoy it unless they spend so many items to complete it, just like I have. I was stubborn, and despite giving this event an F, I went back and I did the Dark Hawk path with Corvus Glaive, got all those 3 charges, went to Grandmaster. Everything was relatively okay until that phase 3 of Grandmaster, and that's where all the dropped inputs, they're everywhere. It's just like nothing is broken, and all the prompts where you gotta, Dex is just not registering, and it's so frustrating because, like Lizer said, man, we did the Grandmaster before. We did it just fine, but it was working. It was hard, but it was working, and we did it, and we got it done. And that's really all I gotta say about it. Please let me know in the comments below, how do you feel about this? Would you like them to extend the event? Would you like to try the event if you haven't already? If you've been experiencing any of the issues that I mentioned and all these other great people mentioned on Twitter, Reddit, the forums, give this video a like, man. We need to stand together to show Kabam that this cannot go on. I'm gonna cut it short here. I feel like I've got my point across. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm all over social media at Maladar Gaming. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video. Bye bye.